Are you looking for that hidden gem of a restaurant here in Sanford, Florida? You know, the one that the locals eat at because the food, atmosphere, and service is pretty reliable. Maybe you're just looking for something different. Hey, I get it. I eat out all the time, and I'm always looking for just that. Now, I'm not usually looking for a chain restaurant, but something a little more unique. Now, I'm not talking about a cat cafe or something weird. I'm talking more about something a bit different that typically has good food, a good environment with reliable service, and I believe that here in Sanford, there are 5 restaurants that stand out above the rest. Now, although these are my personal top 5 favorites, they really aren't listed in any particular order, so be sure to stick around until the last one. I'm Chuck Shaver, and I'm a local realtor with Keller Williams Heritage Realty, and I'm regularly hanging out at one of these Sanford restaurants working on this channel, which provides all sorts of video on what it's like to eat, sleep, live, or whatever here in Sanford, Florida. If that's the information you want, make sure you hit that little subscribe button and the little bell so that you're notified every time I do a new video just like this. Of course, if you're thinking of moving to Central Florida, you can always just pick up the phone and give me a call. Now let's get on to the 5 best restaurants in Sanford, Florida. The first of the 5 that I'm going to talk about is Sanford Brewing, as I believe it's just a no-brainer. Now, Sanford has many breweries and bars, some of which are really good, but Sanford Brewing, in my opinion, is by far the best. Now, yes, it's a brewery, but the atmosphere is really more like a restaurant, although they've got this little garage door that opens up and lets in fresh air, and it's really cool. They have several beers that they brew in-house, along with a good variety of guest taps and bottled beers, too. My personal favorites are the Blueberry IPA and the Peachy Keen. They have the best pretzel in all of Sanford, and although I'm still trying to decide if I really love the chili lime salt or not, I can tell you that the beer cheese sauce is fantastic. I haven't had a meal here that I didn't like yet. They've got good burgers, sandwiches, and salads, but what I think is the must-try is their mac and cheeses. I've got like 5 of them. Their wings are really good, too. They get weekly specials and daily soups, which I think are different just about every time I walk in there. They have a really good happy hour, they've got live music from local artists, and they have this outside seating area that's fantastic to bring your dogs. Now for the next restaurant, I might be cheating here a little bit, considering there are several restaurants in this little food hall. But Henry's Depot as a whole is a really good option if you're looking for a great place to eat that'll appease everybody in your group. They've got like 6 different restaurants, they've got a coffee shop, an ice cream shop, and a full bar. Now, my personal favorite in here is Salvatore's Sandwiches. Their sandwiches are made with what I believe are really good quality meats, cheeses, and I love the bread. So I really think that every sandwich in there is probably good. But I'd be lying if I said when I go there I typically get anything other than the Tuscany sandwich. My next favorite place, and I think the newest one in here, is the Ujiri Ramen Project. Their dumplings and ramen are really good. The Current has a good variety of seafood options, and their menu changes quite a bit. Oh, if you're in there when the shrimp burger is available, you gotta give it a try, but rest assured, it's messy. The other food options are the Oak Flame Pizza, Red Eyes Getting Messy Smokehouse, and the Taglish, I hope I said that right, Filipino handhelds. Now, I haven't had to try these places yet, but if you have, please share your comments down below so that everyone can benefit. The Greenery Creamery has some really good ice cream and desserts too, including a decent list of vegan options if that's your thing. My favorite at the Creamery is a Triple C. This is basically a coffee Oreo flavored ice cream cone in their waffle cone that they make right here. Last but not least is Mahogany Coffee that has several craft coffee options and seasonal specials. Oh, and you can't forget the Basin. Now this bar offers a full cocktail menu, they've got beer and wine, they've got live music that's always playing outside, and there's plenty of seats inside and outside to enjoy your food or if you just want to hang around. Now this is a great space to hang out if you're looking to host a party or you're just meeting several other people. If you're looking for something nicer, you gotta check out the District. Now this is a more upscale, pricier option with a smaller menu, but the food here is really good. The dining room is intimate and rustic, which gives it a more cozy feel. They got a full bar with all sorts of cocktails, beer, and wine. The menu does change seasonally, but everything I've always had has been pretty amazing. The shrimp dip as an appetizer is out of this world, and my favorite entree is the short rib with risotto or maybe even the trout. If you're thinking about going on a weekend, you're probably going to need a reservation. Now, I think it's worth noting that the Jailhouse and the Tennessee Truffle are also similar options right nearby that should be considered if you're looking for a more upscale place to eat. However, in my opinion, the District is a clear winner here. It seems to me that just about everybody loves Mexican food, but sometimes I feel like if I've seen one Mexican restaurant that I've seen them all. That doesn't really seem to be the case with El Zocalo though. I'm a big fan of Mexican food, so I had to include El Zocalo. Every time I've been in here, the ambiance is fun and lively, and El Zocalo just has a different feel than most Mexican restaurants that I've been to. I'm pretty sure that everything on the menu is really good, but my favorite is the skirt steak or the molcajete. I also love the chimichanga, but maybe that's just because everything is better when it's fried. I really do struggle with what to order here. They also have a good variety of flavored margaritas. Now, why is it that margaritas are so good at Mexican restaurants? I mean, I never seem to enjoy them so much anywhere else. It's kind of weird. I personally just like to keep it simple here with the skinny margarita, but I've heard other people say that the strawberry one is even better. Now, on to my personal favorite, Hollerbach's Willow Tree Cafe. Now, Hollerbach's isn't just a restaurant, it's a whole experience, and it's really the first place that I bring guests on their first trip to Sanford. What used to be a small 70-seat restaurant back in 2001 now has over 660 seats, a separate bar area crafted by these Bavarian master woodworkers, and they've got a rooftop beer garden too. It's pretty awesome. The owners have opened up a German deli, they've got a folk clothing store, a bike shop, and art gallery that surrounds the restaurant too. And you can't miss the huge Oktoberfest event that goes on for, 3-4 days here in October. They've got great beer, music, and dance. Now, on to why you're really here, the food. You should start with trying one of the many German beers on tap to go along with one of their huge salted pretzels. They're really good. The menu is weird. It's kind of like a newspaper with all sorts of stuff to read. It's odd. But then again, I'm not eating the menu, so it's not an issue for me. They've got schnitzels and wurst platters and a good variety of German entrees and sides, soups, salads, flatbreads, and desserts, all kinds of good stuff. They have a really wide menu. Sorry for the rambling. My personal favorite is the Eisbein. It's a moist, tender, big old hunk of meat, and it's awesome. I'm usually taking some of it home for my lunch the next day. There are other restaurants right here in Sanford that are really good, and my wife and I had quite a debate just the other day about why I didn't include a couple of others here. But my goal was to keep this list to the 5 best restaurants in Sanford. It's my hope that you'll share your thoughts on what are especially good, or maybe even some overrated or not so good restaurants in Sanford down in the comment section below so that we can all benefit from your insight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.